Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal here is to help people learn how they can remove Puget Sound Collections from their credit report. And this is in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that sounds good to you, or this applies to somebody you know, then I'm confident that by the end of this video, you're going to know what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that Puget Sound Collections or actually any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid or any other major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or, if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. Our number is in the description area below. So what I want to do with the rest of this video is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Puget Sound Collections? I put this one at the top of the list because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. I mean, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And unfortunately, unless the debt is related specifically to unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So who is Puget Sound and Collections and why are they on your credit report? So they're what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts, credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? So here's an example of that. Let's imagine for a moment that, for whatever reason, you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Puget Sound Collections could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100, okay? Just using nice round numbers. But they're not going to come and collect that amount. They're going to try to collect that full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, and this is something a lot of people don't know, is that even paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time, if you paid or not. So a lot of time, I tell people, paying isn't in your best interest and really could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. But in addition to credit reporting, other things that they may do is send scary letters, call a lot, if you're calling family members and colleagues, whoever they can get a hold of, because they're trying to collect the debt. Now, I want to say this, that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit, okay? So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Now, the next question here is, should you negotiate a settlement with Puget Sound Collections? Here's the thing. Settling your debt with Puget Sound Collections depends on your goal, right? Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option, okay? And the reason is what I just mentioned. Even if you pay a collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time, okay? Instead, I think the better option, what we always recommend, is work with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And, if certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed. This is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect. Next question here is, so how do you remove Puget Sound Collections from your credit report? So it works like this. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. But that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it. Please do. Just be prepared that you may be spending weeks, maybe months, really learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it's done properly the first time and save the extra time. And we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Puget Sound collection accounts many times, and I can say they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. Next up is, how can you get Puget Sound Collections to stop calling you? This is one of the more annoying aspects of the business. And as I mentioned before, Puget Sound Collections will be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which in turn means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. So next question is, will Puget Sound Collections try suing or garnishing my wages? This is another scary thought that we get asked a lot. And I'll say Puget Sound Collections suing is unlikely as a simple answer. It does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. The reason is that there's a lot of laws around, all of this, how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, things like that. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Puget Sound Collections? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Puget Sound Collections has purchased. Puget Sound Collections is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and I mentioned this earlier, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. Now, these acts can seem complicated, right? But they truly provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. But let's say you don't have time to research these acts or you don't want to, that's not a problem. That's what we're here for. Give us a call today. We can discuss your options. And again, our number will be in the description area below. I hope this helped you out. Thanks so much for watching.